So this video we're going to go through page 10, question 1, and it's Geological Geometry 1, sheet number 10. So reading the question, we're given a map, ground contours are at 10 meters. This time we're seeing vertical boreholes are drilled at A, B and C, and we're told the heights or the altitudes 100 meters for A, 120 for B, 90 for C. We're asked to determine the strike, the dip, and we're asked to draw the outcrop. Okay, this is the first time we're seeing vertical boreholes. Before now we were kind of saying that these are outcrop points, which meant that the points A, B and C would have been on the actual outcrop, so they appear to the surface. But in real life, you're never really going to have, or very rarely, you're never going to have points that come to the surface really, because they're going to be covered with some other layers. So you imagine if that was like a layer of gold or coal or something, it's never really going to come to the surface. There's going to be layers on top of that. So the way we do it, or the way it's done in real life, is boreholes are drilled into the mountain. All right. You imagine if any of you built a house, or your family has built a house, you would have had to do a site test where a hole is drilled on the site, and it's basically a hole drilled down, and you can check for what materials are there, and also the thickness of the material. Right? So these boreholes are drilled into the mountain, and then that allows you to check along the borehole what material and what thickness. Alright? So it's basically the same process though. So vertical boreholes A, B and C. Right. First thing you need to do is find the strike. So join A, B, C. Okay, and notice for the first time, A, even though it's at 100 meters, isn't actually touching the A contour because it's drilled down into the surface. Okay, so you'll see later on the outcrop why. We join the dots. We're going to project these up. Set your base. And now again, scale, always read scale, 1 is to 1,000. It's 10 meters, which means every 10 on 10 meters on the map. So you're going to start, so it's going 90 to 120. So you're going to start, I'm going to say, here is 90, 100, 110, 120. Draw lines across. I'm going to label that. So starting here, 90, 100, 110 and 120. So then C, we're told in the question, is 90. B, in the question we're told it's 120. And A, we are told, is 100. We draw the elevation. Okay, now to find the strike, what we do is color pen. Draw a horizontal line. That touches the line BC. Drop it down to hit the line BC here. Join back to A. And that is your strike. That is the true length of that line. So you take a horizontal line, drop it down, that is our strike. And now that is the line we're going to look along. Let's heavy this in. Okay, so now we look along our strike. Project up your points. Right, I probably came over a little bit too far, so I'm going to have to draw it up a little bit higher, but it's fine. Put in your x1, y1. And now we're going to step off the same kind of heights again. So again, we're starting at 90, going to 120. So say 90, 100, 110, and 120. Draw lines parallel. So by looking along the strike, you will see the plane as an edge view. I'll label these again: 90, 100, 110, and 120. So again, from the question, we know B is at 120. We know A is at 100. And C is at 90. C is there. Again, if we've done that right, it should be a straight line for us. Okay. So that again then is an edge view of your stratum. Okay, so we've got the strike. We can take that off. Now we need to find the dip. So as we said, for the dip is basically this angle here. So it's the angle it makes to the horizontal plane. So that angle there is your dip. How do I find, so part B, draw the outcrop of the ore. So what we need to do then is identify the points. So we know B passes at 120, that's where it passes 110, that is 100, and that is 90. So I'm going to project this back, and wherever it crosses, so 120 contour I'm looking for, extend it on. So it crosses the 120 contour there, and it crosses the 120 contour there. So next up then is this point. Drop that down. So then where that crosses our 110 contour. So your 110, follow it down. Your 110 is there. Follow it back around, and 110 is there. Next we have point A. Just need to extend it on. So point A is at 100. So come down. So your 100 contour is there. Follow it up, and your 100 contour is there. Point C next. So C passes 90. So So your 90 contour is there, and your 90 contour is there as well. Okay, so we also have contours 80 and 70. So what we can do is, even though C is at 90, we can actually extend this on, because this is really 80 here. We can extend it on, so that would be where our 80 is. Drop it down. Okay, to finish it off then, we can also, because we have a 130 contour here, even though it goes to 120, it's still going to cut, so we need to extend it this way as well. I'm going to extend this out. You need to come up another 10 to get to 130 contour. That's your 130 contour there. That's the point you need to bring down. Drop it down. Where it touches your 130 contour, which is there, and 130 is there. Okay, that's all you need to do. Alright, yes, there's a 140 contour here, but if I actually just to show you why, if I was to extend, there's no need for you to do this. If I was to extend this up further, and if I was to draw an extra contour, so that would be my 140 point. If I drop that down, it won't touch the 140 contour. Alright, so it actually won't touch it. So what that means is, by the time it reaches the 140 contour, it's already out. Okay, so there's no need to go any more than 140, just to show you why I don't keep going. So then your outcrop is drawn freehand. Do it lightly first. You just come back around, follow the natural curve. And the same applies to the bottom. So it'll come around something like that. You can heavy it in it. So you will heavy it in with your H pencil, but just the black marker is basically the outcrop. So if I look back up to my image there, this kind of elliptical shape is the outcrop of where that material reaches the surface. If I go back to the drawing, that's the boreholes, there, there, and there. Those holes were drilled straight down, and they found that it hit the, let's say if it's gold, it hit gold at these three heights, and then we were able to form a plane, which was this plane here. We were able to draw the plane elevation. We were able to get that plane as an edge view, so we saw it as an angle up here. So that was there. We saw it as an angle. We had our different contour heights, and then we dropped it down to where it hit the contour heights, and that is our outcrop. Okay, so hopefully that makes a good bit of sense to you. Regardless if you don't understand or visualize what we're doing, it's generally just a process that we need to learn. First thing you do is strike, then you do dip, then you project back your outcrop points. Just 1, 2, 3 steps. Alright, so I'll stop the video there.